That's how I be happy. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud. Put it down for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay silent. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Huh? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling. Code 3 on 4, she don't want a 16. Renegade on up, make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random. These sneaky, if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 65th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay silent. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Huh? Where they at?
We need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the...
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fowler. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Boston, the man in motion left.
From the shotgun, Richardson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Here's 3rd and 6. Richardson going to move him around.
Eluding the pressure. Touchdown!
Josh Downs.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end.
Now Richardson.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Richardson off the play fake. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 19 yards away.
And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Traylon Burks, 56 yards. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Colts 14, Chargers 7.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Back to Taylor on first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Richardson.
Completes it to Austin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Chargers 40-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colts 14.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Richardson shotgun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. It'll buy some time right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball is not free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with a fullback. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Play action. Now Richardson sliding out of the pocket. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Jake Moody on for the field goal.
And his kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
That complete to Downs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fowler. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Flushed out right. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Josh Downs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Richardson looking to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Isaiah Likely the target that time.
But it'll be 2nd down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now it's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 87 yards.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to be touched down here. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
On the handoff, this is Taylor.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's the 2nd and 9. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 3rd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, and Nelson's spaced upright. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Herbert now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Chargers are able to claw one back.
Extra point attempt to come here. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Chargers 14.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Complete to Likely. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Richardson, flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Richardson to throw off play action.
They'll roll him out right.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Now Richardson.
And he's got his man on the out route.
Fights through, and now a crease. Still on his feet. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Richardson will keep it once again.
And they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
And that's caught inside the 35. And bulldozing his way through.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 64 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Ladd McConkey
from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
To throw is Richardson. Throwing to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
Again, it's Taylor. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. His throw incomplete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Running left, Taylor.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Richardson looking to throw this. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.